Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? This is Eric from Fast the Human podcast. So it is dark. Sorry, guys. What you're gonna see is a little bit of darkness while the sun is coming out. So, anyways, I just wanted to jump into these YouTube video that I'm creating today, and I just want to tell you that it's a brand new month. It's a brand new year. We're jumping into the action. First episode of the year for anyone who's watching this and anyone who's listening to the podcast. I wanted to kind of sort of get into the mindset of the new year, mindset, resolution, action, and solution. Because one of the things is everybody is trying to get that New Year's resolution thing going on. And so I know that, that the most important thing for anyone, so to get to the fitness goals, to get to the actual things that they want to accomplish, they couldn't accomplish last year, is based on action. It's based on, what didn't accomplish last year. Well, this year is going to be a brand new year, brand new things, brand new stuff, right? And so my thing for anyone who is trying to get into the whole fitness mindset is take a step at a time. Take baby steps. And if you watch my previous videos, if you watch my previous podcast, my thing is all about commitment. It's all about you being committed to the change. It's being committed to you be able to get down to business, because I know it's hard. But one of the hardest thing about, getting to the goal, to results, to the things that you're trying to get to, is to understand your body, to listen to your body, and to know that if you are overweight, right? If you have gained a specific amount of weight because of the pandemic, because you're being stuck at home, because you're trying to, get to, the best self. My thing to me is all about making sure that once you are into a new way of probably eating, you're following a diet, you're following a new structure in your life. To me, is being self-efficient. A lot to do with being self-efficient. One of the things that I preach about is get your sleep. A lot of guys wanted to they want to get their goals, right? They want to get to their fitness level, but they lack of sleep. They realize, I'm not sleeping enough. I only sleep 5 hours. I only sleep 4 hours. I said that lack of sleep is so much detrimental to your body, just as much, just like you going to the gym and getting all these workouts and not seeing results. Because it takes time to condition the body. It takes time to get to that mode where you're trying to get to the results that you want. You're trying to, but you're not understanding that not getting enough sleep, not going to bed early, so my thing is all about practice. Be committed to it, because I know you're trying to real hard to get the results that you want. So for anyone who is jumping into maybe doing intermittent fasting, for example, right? For a lot of people, it's so hard because they're so accustomed to the habits they've been having for many years. Like I did. When I first started intermittent fasting, I was trying to figure it out. How is this possible? Because I was so accustomed in those habits of eating 5 to 6 meals per day. That was my mindset of thinking that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And you're gonna listen to this way when I first started, started doing the videos and started doing the podcast, because that was, and I'm going to sound like a broken record, that was the kind of sort of mindset still until now for a lot of people. A lot of people thinking, oh, but I need to eat breakfast. I can go without eating breakfast. Well, let me tell you something. I think, the best time to eat your first meal is, finding the best time for you to eat that delicious breakfast to break your fast. Because, one of the things that I tell people is like, you want to come in and see results, but you're still eating the same way, the same patterns. You're eating 7 o'clock in the morning. You work real hard to go to the job that you do every single day. So you are following the same pattern. Nothing has changed, and so you're still eating the same way. And one of the things that I explain to a lot of people, look, before you change anything in regards to what you eat, try to change what time you eat, because that if eventually that is going to determine a lot of the gaining weight problem. Because you can work your ass off at the gym, you can train real hard, and trust me, you're going to develop muscles, you're going to develop a consistency of you training. But self-efficiency is not part of it, because you're not being self-efficient in your body within inside. Everything that we utilize in life, from technology, for example, right? To try to be self-efficient. And so our bodies are basically, an amazing machine. So that there is a lot of things in regards of you be able to be self-efficient. Because you sleep, your body needs to rest, needs to recharge, right? You need to recharge those batteries, and the way it does is by, burning that excess amount of glycogen in your body. You store a day before, and trying not to eat super late, because eventually it's gonna disrupt your circadian rhythm, right? So when you are trying to get to the results for these New Year's resolution, and if you're not seeing the results, is because you continue doing the same patterns that you used to do on that habits that you're being constantly, you go into this cycle of losing, gaining. Your body is going to respond to the exercise, because it's going to adapt to it. It's going to push to it. But then when you're getting to these plateau phase, is because your body within inside is trying to be self-efficient, but you can't, because you're overloading with all this food, with all this sugar, with all this stuff that you need to minimize little by little, and you haven't done that. And this is one of the things I have a lot of questions with a lot of clients, and a lot of people say, well, look, I just want to come in and work out, and I like to eat breakfast, I like to eat my snacks, but that's just, I gotta eat. So these sort of like addiction that you have towards eating super early can sort of hold you back. Now, we have been taught that eating 5 to 6 meals per day is key essential to boost your metabolism. But in reality, it's not. Especially for a grown adult, if you're over 18, 19, or maybe 60, 70, which I notice a huge difference, because I practice this with my son. I have been able to see that when you're gaining weight, it's a hormonal imbalance that you create within your body, because you've been eating all this food. I mean, a lot of young kids, a lot of between the ages of teenagers, a lot of them tend to gain weight rapidly on that frame, depending on their activities, depending on their lifestyle, depending on how they are constantly, utilizing food, right, as a way to cope with these hormonal changes that they go through their bodies, right? So understand that we are bombarded with so much garbage, and believe me, I know that, as a parent, and so as a person that goes to the gym, is trying to figure it out what's happening. Just imagine overloading a person who's just about to finish the growth process, right? And so the body automatically has to store all these nutrients, is all this stuff that needs to survive. So that self-efficiency comes from the survival mode of being able to keep your body alive. So you store so much body fat, glycogen. So you're trying to get rid of it. So for you, putting in the first thing in the morning is not going to be helpful to begin with. And one of the things that I try to suggest to a lot of people is that if you still on that hunger mode, right, try to minimize your carbohydrates as much as you can, little by little. And one of the things, listening to other experts and other people that have posted on YouTube and listen to it, reducing the amount of food that you put into your body, it's going to create that self-efficiency, because the goal is to be able to reduce all the stored glycogen in your body and store fat in your body, because you're trying to burn it out. So to me, for anyone who is trying to get fit, right, and it's the New Year's, and then it's the time frame for anyone to be able to, okay, this is my year, but at the same time, it's all mental. It's a lot to do with those emotional habits and stuff like that I suggest to a lot of my clients. Look, it's a process, and so this is going to take time. You have to have patience. This doesn't happen, or losing weight is not going to happen overnight, but eventually when you practice, because you need to condition the body to make those changes little by little. And so what I'm trying to say to you guys, every single time that you have, every year comes around and you have this New Year resolution, is self-efficiency is key. Sleep is number one, because if you're not sleeping better, if you're not sleeping good, trying to get those 7 to 8 hours of sleep, you're gonna deter your goals, your fitness results that you're trying to get out of it. And so we would just want to help, because we know that, and I know this because I've been a practitioner to it, and I notice a huge difference as far as your energy, as far as what I have eating from the day before, from a variety of different type of foods. I'm not necessarily a ketogenic diet person that follows a ketogenic diet, but I'm not carnivore completely, because I try to balance, to me, because of traditional life that I had before, try to balance some of the stuff out with family and stuff like that. So what I suggest, and this is my suggestion to everyone, that the practice of intermittent fasting for self-efficiency is key, essential to get to your goals in a slightly different way, because you want self-efficiency, you want to work out, you want to get results. And so little by little, to get to those goals, you have to be able to start hydrating your body first thing, because hydration is key, right? So having water, having maybe a black coffee an hour before you're working out, have a green tea through the day, have a minute of water. So all combinations of all these things, little by little, will help you get back into your rhythm of things, to get your energy back, because that's basically what happens. A lot of people lack of energy. They don't be able to get to the workout they're trying to get to, because they are so overloaded with all these things. It's just, being overweight is being overloaded. Not knowing the fact that you're having a hormonal imbalance is not a caloric one, because once again, the body doesn't count calories. This is one of the things that I listen to Dr. Jason Fung. I have listened to Dr. Eric Berg. So I listen to all these influencers. They have practiced this for so long, and they have been studying this problem for so long, that my mindset now is, so if I'm overeating, or kind of sort of indulging on specific things, I have to understand that my body is going to try to get rid of it as quickly as possible. But if I'm continue overloading it with the same stuff again and again, what's the point, right? What's the point? So my suggestion to you guys too is understand what's happening to your body from the inside out, because understanding this and knowing that you want longevity, you want energy, you want look fit, right? So all these things that together in order to have a great, amazing year, right? And every single day, one thing that I would say, be grateful and thankful for what you have, right? So then you're going to approach your gains, your goals, a much better outlook, because then you have a much more mental clarity as far as your New Year resolution, right? Because you're trying to find solutions to the problem. For every problem, there's a solution, and I always say this, because at the end of the day, look, the most important thing you got to remember is it's a process. This doesn't happen overnight. It's something that it takes time. And so for anyone who practices intermittent fasting, you can find tons of people that actually practice intermittent fasting now, because it's becoming much more popular since within the past 10 years. It has become more popular and popular, that people start noticing the fact that you're looking to become self-efficient. As the sunrise, I just want to say, guys, that this is part of self-efficiency. And so hydrating your body, making sure that you are constantly, and one of the things I said to a lot of people, constantly practicing intermittent fasting and finding the best window to eat. And essentially, you're gonna start seeing, notice this difference in regards of your energy, and regards of your goals. And so it takes time. The first 3 months of conditioning the body. The body conditions with workouts, conditions with your habits, conditions with everything you do. Even I'm practicing again. I practice, kind of sort of like meditation, right? I'm doing 12-minute meditations every day. I needed to condition my mindset to that. So in order for me, for this year, I'm doing meditation a lot much more than I did last year. So I need to condition my mindset. I need to condition every single day. I need to make sure that this practice is done every single day. So I need to get there. Maybe one day I skip, it's fine. But are you moving forward? You're kind of sort of, okay, you know what? I kind of skip one day, but I'm gonna come back again the following day. And you practice. This is about the practice of making sure that your body is not getting overloaded with carbohydrates. It's not gonna overload it with sugars. You're just trying to make sure that you get that result that you're looking for, right? So guys, I just want to say thank you so much. If you can be able to subscribe, click on the subscribe button below and subscribe to the podcast. It'd be awesome, because helps me create much more content. But I just want to tell you that your health is your greatest wealth. And so for anyone who is looking forward to actually be part of a group, I do have a group on Facebook. Is the 16-day intermittent fasting challenge available to you right now? So you can go ahead and I'm gonna have the link below, so that you can click on it and be part of it. By the way, too, if you don't have a Facebook, we do have the Life or Make group challenge available to you to follow your intermittent fasting protocol, whatever protocol you want to follow. But at the end of the day, we're there, so that way we can help you, support you, and be able to let you know that you got this. And all the rest of the links available to you. Looking forward to hear from you guys. Talk to you guys. Peace out. Love you guys. Bye-bye.